Hey, how's it going, guys? We're back at it. Fuck.
Back at it again. Boom, boom.
Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'ma get on the TV.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Vin Society. We're going to be continuing that video of friendship, and we're going to continue with the what we're going to left off, where we're going to talk about the bad qualities of friend and not being afraid to end a friendship with that bad friend. And you already know who I have again.
Shab. Me.
So let's already dive right back into it. So the qualities of a bad friend. Personally, for me, the quality of a bad friend is someone who's fake. It's someone who would like say, "Oh yeah, bro, I'll make it there for you. I'll be there for you on that event," or it's like, "Oh, I got you on this. I got you on that. You can always trust me." And next thing you know, they text you like last second. It's like, "Oh, I can't make it," or like they text the next day. It's like, "Sorry, I didn't make it to your party, or I didn't make it to your graduation or your really special event." And it's like, I just couldn't find the time, or I was really busy. But then when you check on like their social media story or something like that, they were doing something totally else. They were just like doing something that was personally benefiting them, and it's just, it hurts. So that's not really good. Shabnam?
Okay, so bad friend for me is someone that's really negative. It's like someone who you're like, when you just like have that excitement where you're like, man, like I'm gonna tell like my friend that I'm gonna go to this meeting or like this cool like activity, like a basketball game with all my other friends, and like that person like either doesn't like basketball or like he's like, why would you waste your time doing that, and like your excitement's like literally just gone, and like that's not what a friend should be. It should be someone that like put like, even if they don't agree with like basketball or like you going and like wasting your time, like he still or she can still be like, oh, like yeah, like have fun, like even though like I don't like basketball that much, I'm glad like you're going out there and you're doing that. And like that's just someone that I would really want to be friends with, like just knowing that like they're gonna be there like supporting your decision no matter what it is, like if it's something that small or something big, like they'd still
Yeah.
push you.
If you have a friend that's always bashing on you and always looking at the negative spots of like when you're trying to do something new, that's not a real friend for you. They're not trying to help you grow as a person. I think another bad quality of a friend is the one that sees you as annoying in a way. They're like, "Oh, bro, you're talking about that again." It's like,
Right.
or it's like, "Why are you still down on that subject?" Or it's like, "Why do you always want to do this?" Or it's like, "Oh, I hate." Oh, ooh, I hate the friends that are like, I hate the group of friends that you just made. Like they're all obnoxious. I don't know why how could you even hang with them? It's like, what?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand how like you don't want that as a friend, because like, let's say I met a brand new group of people, right? Like which I have been doing this year of 2018 and coming down to DC and stuff like that. I've been rekindling with friends that I met in high school that I didn't really know, but I wanted to know better. And I joined two new groups and stuff like that. And all of them have been really supportive. She's been really supportive. She's like, "Vinny, you need to go out there. You're doing the stuff that you said you're supposed to be doing." But I also have those friends that are just like, "Oh, dude, why do you always want to hang out with them? All they want to do is party. They never want to like sit home and just relax and stuff like that." And I'm just like, do you ever just realize that's you? That you want to do that? It's like you're the one that wants to stay home and do nothing. I actually want to do something. And it's just like, you can't have that friend that's always bashing on you, which is kind of relates to the negative thing she was talking about. But this is like hardcore, like everything sucks and it's not good unless you're doing it with them. Ooh, that's a good one.
What?
It's like they're very hypocritical. It's like they don't want you to do anything unless it's with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Like that's also okay, so jealousness. Like I know there's like a lot of people have a big problem with like being jealous and like friendships, not even like relationships. Like they're like, man, like I went and hung out with this friend and they're in a different group than the like group I'm in, and she was like, man, why don't you ever hang out with me? But like just because like you saw in my Snap story that I went out and had lunch with her, like doesn't mean I'm not your friend anymore. or it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm spending more time with her, I like her more, you know? I know a lot of people have like that problem. Like, I do get jealous. Like, I've gotten jealous before, like with my friends, but it's never like, oh my god, you're hanging out with her. It's just like, oh man, like I wish I was spending more time with her. And that's when I'm like, okay, let me text her and be like, let's go out to lunch, you know? And just like making that extra effort and not being jealous or negative, like that just like kills everything for me. It's just like, oh my gosh, why? Just why?
I think another bad quality, and remember, all this is our opinions. We're not trying to bash on anyone out there. It's just like things that we notice that doesn't is compatible with us. Another thing I don't like is if that friend is not willing to try anything with you. It's like, oh, I'm going. So I joined FACT, which you guys know is like a Filipino organization and stuff like that. I was like, hey, I'm going to a FACT meeting. We're gonna be doing games and stuff. Like, do you want to come and join? It's like, nah, I don't feel it, and stuff like that. And then it's just like, and then you're like, oh, we're going bowling. It's like, oh, who are you going bowling with? I was like, oh, the group of friends I made here. It's like, oh, I don't know any of them. I don't want to go. It's like, come on. It's like, I'm still trying to keep my connection with you. Maybe you will end up liking my friends and stuff like that. Or like, there's also the times where you'll bring another bad quality, I think too, is like, if you bring your friend out with you and you're introducing them to people and they're just like not accepting anything, they're just standing there, you know? It's like, because I've seen this and I was personally guilty of this sometimes. It's like, I'll go out to a party and my friend knows like everyone there, I know no one, and I feel like the awkward, you know, everyone feels like awkward turtle shell, you know? And then like, you could tell my friend was helping me because he was like, oh, this is my friend Vinny, we go way back from da-da-da-da and stuff like that, this is da-da-da-da. And it's like instead of me being like, oh, hey, how's it going, and then walk away in the corner, I could be like, oh, hi, yeah, who are you? It's like, oh, yeah, how did you meet mutual friend? And it's like, oh, that's cool. It's like trying to build and like make the friendship even more stronger.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people sometimes are like, no, like I like the friends that I have, like I don't want to make any more, like I'm fine, but like you're not like going out there, you know, like you make so many connections in your life. Is like saying hi to that one person isn't gonna hurt you, or like it's not like you have to spend the rest of your time with them. It's just like if you want to say hey or like start a conversation, like you should do that.
Yes.
But I have another one. I know that in the past, like I've been guilty of this, but like I've had like friends like this. Just like if you guys do go out, like you said, like if you guys go out to bowling or if you go out to parties and like buy drinks and stuff, like one thing you should always do is like ask if they like want you to pay, or like if
Oh, I did not think of that.
Yeah, or like you know, like make an effort to not be that person that just like mooches off someone else. Like if
ooh, I hate those. Oh
if
my
someone
God.
if someone just like pays all the time, like you just go out and buy like snacks or something, like something really small. It doesn't even have to be something big where you spend like $50-$40. Just like if you just buy snacks or you just buy an appetizer or something, like offer to pay them back, or offer to be like, hey, like I got you, and mean it. Not be like, oh yeah, I got you next time, like we'll go out, like don't even worry about it, and then next time comes, you don't even think about it, you don't even bring it up. But it could be like 4 months later, you'll be like, man, like I've been paying for like so many stuff, and like I've been going out with that friend so much, and like I haven't seen anything. And then after that, like you notice, like it's not just like paying for stuff, it's more like being there. It's like all these other things. Like that's happened to me before, where it's just like I've had a friend that's like that has been like that, and then like you just notice, you keep noticing like things that isn't just like, oh, she's not paying for anything. It's like, man, it's actually bad.
Yeah, that's a really bad one.
Yeah.
I did not. Ooh, I'm very glad she hit this subject. Like, for example, another thing that just salts the wound with that is like, they're the friend that's like, nah, I don't want any. Or so it's like, oh, we're getting a pizza for everyone. Do you want to help chip in? And it's like, nah, I'm not going to have any. Don't worry about it. It's like, I don't want to chip in. Pizza comes in. You guys go finish that slice. You go finish that slice.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, really? It's like, come on. And like, what I like about at least our close group of friends, like, I don't think the problem is like owing each other money. It's like we're always saying, nah, I got it. But there is a time where it's like, it is a really expensive thing where it's like, okay, let's all split it. But we do have that part where it's like, nah, I got it, because it's our friends, you know, and we know that they help us here and there. It's like, so you always need to like help each other out. Ooh, that ricocheted off another thing that I can't remember. Two-faced friends.
Two-faced. What do you mean?
Two-faced, like, they'll be your best friend in front of you, but next thing you know, they're talking behind your back.
Oh yeah.
Personally, my best friend has had this happen to him, and they were considered close friends, but he, like, my friend was, well, at least from what I've heard and being the middleman, he was the innocent one in this thing, where, like, they both were dating a girl. Well, they were both dating separate girls, right? That's one. My best friend, they knocked it off and they broke up, but his friend was still dating that girl, and my mutual friend saw how much he was treating that girl like shit, and like how he was cheating on her and like just trying to get with other girls and like quote unquote fuck bitches and stuff like that. And my friend was like no, and he let the other girl know because they were mutual friends. And then when they broke up, that friend that he called out, he went all around school saying, oh yeah, shit.
This guy
was the reason why we broke up and stuff like that. And like everyone knows his character and stuff like that, so no one believed him. But seeing a two-faced person is a no-no for me.
Yeah, and like this isn't a quality of a bad friend, but just like I'd say like stay away from people that really gossip about like everything. Like you can see like if you have a really close friend and like they're actually talking about their day and they're actually like telling you what's wrong, you know, that's different than like a whole group of people like centering around like one person being like, man, that person sucks, that person did this. Yeah, like I heard from this person that person said that person was me. Mm-hmm. Like, no, like that's like, just like stay away from it. Cause like you could easily be that person if you're not either like close enough to them or just like, I don't know, like sometimes the energy is just also really bad. It's like, man, they're talking really bad about this person. How like would I feel if I was them? Like even if you don't know them, like it's kind of like, man.
And one last thing before we head to the last subject we're going to talk about for friendship. That's when you, to bring it back to the old video where like good qualities of a friend, they will always defend you, or like they'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So like talking about this gossiping and stuff, there's times where like I've hanged out with other group of friends and they're talking shit about my mutual friend, and I'm just like, hey man, like, do you know the story? Like, do you know the full story, or was it just a rumor that you heard? It's like, I would defend their point of view, or they're like, oh, he was acting childish and this, and this. And it's like, but you don't know, you know? So, like, I want to be able to defend her if someone's talking shit about her and they don't know it. And then I'm hoping she will defend me if someone talks shit about me and they don't even know my backstory either. But yeah, that's, I think, the sum of qualities of a bad friend.
So the video is actually longer than I thought it was going to be. So I'm gonna break it up into actually 3 parts for the friendship video. This video is only just gonna be about bad qualities, and then in the next one, we're gonna talk about how to end a relationship, a bad friendship, and not be afraid about it. So I hope you guys like this part of the video, and you're enjoying this content about friendship. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any suggestions or anything else you want to know about. Follow me on my social media. All of it's going to be in the description box below. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Stay humble, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.